Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Morning, Rocky Mountain. How you doing today? I know it's nice for you, man. Right? You get to sit back, relax, and watch the Rangers and Lightning beat up on each other. As you just wait to see who your next victim will be. Who do you prefer, one or the other? I'd imagine you'd rather play the Rangers, right? Because Tampa's got the experience. They've won it before. Although it's just from like a non-biased fan of hockey, I would love to see a Lightning Avalanche Cup final. I think that would be incredible. Yeah, no, I don't blame you, man. I think it can go 7 games too. I think the only way it doesn't go seven is if Tampa probably steals this one tonight in New York. But both teams are so good on home ice. Yeah, and I don't think a lot of teams can match Colorado's speed. Even Edmonton, who's notoriously a pretty fast team, they were gassed, man, in some of those games. I mean, that's credit to Colorado. It's been a long time coming for the Avalanche, though. A lot of short playoff runs, a lot shorter than expected. Now it's nice to actually see them in the cup. They've dominated this postseason too, so I'm definitely pulling for them, but we will see. Yeah, no, they didn't have the depth. They had the McDavid line's great, but after that it falls off pretty quickly. And with Colorado, they can play any of their first three lines, honestly. When healthy, is just dominant. But yeah, it'll be a good series either way, I think. I'm looking forward to it. Not really sure what to expect tonight. I think Tampa might steal one. I really do. They've been playing better, but the Rangers at home have been dominant so far this series, or not even the series, the whole playoffs. I think his value is going to skyrocket either way, even if he doesn't get the Conn Smythe. I think we're going to see McCarr finally start to give love, because the defensemen, they don't get as much love as some of the young offensive players. But Cale Makar is not just a great defenseman, he is going to be probably one of the best defensemen we've seen in a long time. And once you start getting the championships, that's really when your value is gonna just blow up. And with Makar, I think it's only a matter of time. If they get one this year, I think he's probably gonna be the biggest beneficiary of it. McKinnon already is McKinnon, but Makar is, he's special, man. He makes some plays where you have to think about, is he actually a defenseman? A defenseman should not be able to handle the puck that well. His shot's lethal. Yeah, Igor and Vasilevsky's been fun. We'll see. He was a stonewall in the entire Carolina series at home. So and that's credit to the Rangers too, because Carolina was out shooting them in most of the games in that series, and Igor just didn't
Do you
budge.
guys have anything particularly close to be pushed today?
Yeah, it's crazy how good his stick handling is. It's crazy. I mean, I, I get blown away by what he can do, especially as a defenseman. I remember I think it was his first, it might have been his first season, because I'm a Sharks fan. I don't know if you know that. Back when the Sharks were a relevant hockey team, they played Colorado in, I believe it was the semifinal, the Western semis. And the Colorado gave them all they could handle. And Colorado at the time, they were the newer team. And that series, and Colorado very well could have won it. I know there were a couple calls that went the Sharks' way in a few games, but besides the point, that game was really when Makar kind of jumped off the page to me. I was like, who is this guy? Is this defenseman that is constantly in the Sharks' offensive zone? He's constantly getting pucks on that, making incredible passes. And now, what, I think it's 3 years later? 3 or 4 years later, he's just a superstar. I would. I'm curious for. I actually am. I want to see what their playoff stats are. I think Frankie's probably the move, but yeah, Timo's going to be a stud, but they got no one else other than that. That's the issue, right? Their young guys really haven't panned out. They don't have much depth. There's a lot of guys who are pretty far away in the minors right now, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean Frankie, he's what? He's 6-0 in these playoffs, which is pretty crazy. Better save percentage. It's allowed slightly more goals per game, but you got in the playoffs for goalies. You ride the hot hand. I'd say Frankie's probably the move. I don't think I don't think you can go wrong either way. Um, but yeah, I would say Frankie is probably going to be the move. What's nice though is just like the Edmonton series, Colorado took care of business the previous series, and now they just get to kind of sit and wait and see. Yeah, I think he is too. I mean, Kumper's alright. He's definitely shown flashes before where he makes some really good saves, but he also gives up a lot of softies. And that's the one thing you can't do against the Rangers, because the Rangers don't take as many shots on net as I expect if Tampa would advance to or Edmonton did. The Rangers just take a lot of good looks. Oh, is he? You got a little bit of Frankie? I mean, hey, then why not, man? That's the nice thing about hockey guys too. Guys you want to invest in, as long as it's not the big superstars. If you just want guys for the PC, not too expensive. I was able, like I said, I'm a Sharks fan. Couture's my favorite player. I was able to get a bunch of really cool Logan Couture cards, rookies, autos, patches, you name it, for very affordable prices. Very affordable prices. Just because, like, I mean, it's obviously he's a solid player for the Sharks. Nothing crazy, but my favorite player I watched during their runs. So him and Marlowe. Marlowe was a little more because he had a longer career, better career. But that's the nice thing about hockey is there's so many guys, especially like there's a lot of people that some of their favorite players on their team would be like a third liner. And it's very affordable to get for the PC, which is really nice. They really are. It's crazy how many Sharks they're pumping into these new products. I don't know how I feel about the players in them. We'll see if they pan out. But you really do get a bunch of Sharks in the new hockey products. I think Darth was saying statue. It's like five per break. We're doing like 8-box stature breaks and getting like 5-6 Sharks cards. So, and I love stature too. I think stature is really, really cool. Really nice product. That's probably been one of my favorite hockey products I've opened in a while. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I like hockey for the reason that you can really kind of build your PC with guys you like. There's definitely some that have a ton, like, that are, you know, crazy expensive because they're the superstars. But for PC with your team, with how many guys that play per night too, you can find very affordable prices. The Prism Case G-Back is no longer on the site. Did not get sold out. So what Sean is doing is he is changing it into different Prism breaks. You should see shortly there's going to be... They should be up very shortly. There's going to be Division Break. I think he's going to split it up because the 12 boxes was not selling, so we're going to put them up as division breaks, give people, you know, more teams per spot. And it's not going to be 12 boxes, probably going to be like 4 2-box breaks. So the Prism will be back up on the site soon, it's just it won't be a 12-box break, if that makes sense. But like I said, you're more than welcome to do any personals you want with Prism. Let me see. Is mine?
Prism's up, but it's wrong. It's
Okay.
supposed to be 8 spots, and it says 32, so I gotta fix that. Give me a minute here.
No problem. Do want to send you guys a few links from our breaks today. We have Inception Baseball scheduled for 11. Just 3 spots left in Inception Baseball. That is an 8-box break, and that is a division break. So halfway sold out. 3 spots left. Hey, Bull, how we doing today, man? How we doing? We do have that Inception break, guys. Let me see if I can find some other links for you. There's 3 spots left in that. We do have our Optic Basketball, which will happen at 3, but we also have the new Noir Basketball, which is a team break. Very cool. I saw some Noir breaks from yesterday that John did and Pete did. I believe John got a Luca auto.
There we go. They're both up for 12. 2 boxes each, first off the line, and Prism.
Alright. And the Prism breaks are up on the site now, G-Back. They are scheduled for tomorrow at 12 p.m. They are both division breaks. We have first off the line and we have regular hobby. 2-box division breaks. Those are up on our site as well. I will send the link in the chat for you. Yeah, Bull, I kind of expected it, that they were going to extend Cooper Cup. I think he earned it with his play this past year. One sec, guys. I'm trying to fix YouTube. My links aren't sending to YouTube, so I'm just going to try to reboot YouTube real quick.